What's up, everybody? Continuing my Marvel movie rewatch. Today we are watching Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. This one is not very good. You know, it's just not. You know, like they tried, they thought the first one, they were like, oh, Fantastic Four 1 did pretty good. If it did good at all for the year that it came out, it did good because there was nothing else like it at the time. If this same movie came out today, everyone would be like, what the fuck happened? You know, like, but they were trying some crazy shit, and the technology at its time probably limited it quite a bit. You can tell, like, they had already done this full CGI Human Torch in the first movie, so now they're like, well, we already have Chris Evans' likeness, we can just add on top of that. And then they, tried to do this whole Chrome guy, and in 2007? In 2007, I thought, when I was 8 years old, I didn't think the Silver Surfer looked that bad, but, it was 2007 technology. 2023 technology, going back and looking at this movie, like, it did not look very good in a lot of scenes. In some scenes, they hold up pretty decent, but in a lot of the scenes, not so much, like, just, they really don't, and I wish it did better, but the whole shit with Galactus, that was bad, just a lot of this movie, you're like, the whole thing with, like, Chris Evans touches him and switches powers, how they did Doctor Doom in this, and to be perfectly honest, the blonde hair on Sue Storm, Jessica Biel, the blonde hair in the first movie didn't look so bad. I thought it was, like, not taking you away from anything. And the blonde hair in the second movie, for some reason, whenever she's on screen, you're like, why does that hair look so bad? Like, just, like, clearly a wig. Like, but this movie, regardless of what I think about it, it is what it is. It's a part of the past. It's part of my childhood. Maybe, we're just glad things changed the way they did. Chris Evans became Captain America. He didn't have to stay this. Imagine Chris Evans never became Captain America, and the only thing we knew him for was Human Torch. Whew, yikes. But with that being said, this movie got a 2 out of 5 stars, about the same score I gave the X-Men: The Last Stand. Maybe this movie could be lower, but maybe I'm just not that mean, like, I gave it the 2 out of 5 stars. What that means to me is I liked it, I didn't just hate the movie outright, but it's not going to be the most rewatchable movie. It's not going to be a movie that I'm like, what would be a good time right now? Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Like, I will probably never watch this movie again, is why it's getting a 2-star. Like, I watched it when I was a kid, I watched it now, we're probably good. Like, if it was a 3-star, maybe it was a good movie, not a great movie, but I would rewatch it again. 2, more like, maybe might rewatch if I'm really in the mood to see the Fantastic Four, but, at that point, I think I'm just going to go watch the first movie, because out of the 3 Fantastic Four movies that I've seen, I know there's like a 90s one or like an 80s one that's really not good either, but I'm not even going to put those in my mind. Between Fantastic Four 1 and 2 with this group, and then the Fan 4 stick with Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan, that one is by far not my favorite. So I think it goes Fantastic Four 1, Rise of the Silver Surfer, Fan 4 stick. So maybe that's my list, maybe it'll stick to it, but I still have to get to the Fan 4 stick at one point in this Marvel rewatch, so stay tuned for that. Up next, we have 2008's The Incredible Hulk, and I honestly really liked this movie as a kid. Going back, watching it, still like it now, A little sad that they're just kind of like, hey, this Edward Norton is Mark Ruffalo for all these years, and then it just, where it fits in the Marvel Universe is the question. So we'll talk all about that next, and I hope you guys enjoy that video. Stay tuned for that. All my links are down in the description below. Go check me out on Letterboxd. Hit me up on Twitter if you guys want to talk more about movies, or if you guys want to talk about my reaction to the Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, and you think my score should be lower. Comment below, or at me on those social media platforms. But I'll see all of you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace, peace, be safe, be well. I love you.